Good morning, boys. Singing early, huh?
Yep.
You helping with the turkeys, J-Bud?
Yep, but this time Nate's going to be doing the food because their water doesn't need done.
Oh, are you the water guy?
Well, not necessarily. What it is he just does that for me a bunch of the times, but I have to do it like his turn and my turn. No. He does it at night, day. I do it at night, day, night, day, night, day.
So you guys take turns, huh? Are these turkeys getting big?
Yep.
Let's take a peek. You think they'll jump out at me? Hey guys and gals, we're not sure which. Time to build you. Oh! That one tried to jump. They wanted the food, huh? So Nady, I think it's about time for a new coop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the turkeys have been in our, this is actually a cold frame or hot box that we want to use for gardening in the winter. Not this winter though.
Yeah.
The turkeys have claimed it. So that's something we're going to work on as a coop and getting their yard ready, huh?
Yep.
You having a good day so far?
Yep.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the homestead. Can you believe how huge those turkeys are? This is our first time raising turkeys and we were just so surprised at how quickly they grew. It seems like just a week ago they were little teeny chicks and now they have almost outgrown their space. So we've got some work to do to get a coop made for them. We already have a yard ready for the most part. So hopefully we'll be getting them into a better place for this winter. On that note, it's that time of year when we are thinking about filling our shelves, getting ready for the winter, and so food preservation is on the mind. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video because we have a giveaway opportunity that you are not going to want to miss out on. So stay with me. So of all the methods I have experience with in food preservation, there is one that outshines all the rest, which you probably already guessed because it's in our title, and that is fermenting. Of all of our top methods for preserving food, fermenting shines above the rest for a couple big reasons, which I will get to. But first, let's look at some of those other methods. We have used freezing as a method of preservation. I'm actually sitting on top of our freezer right now. And for those of you who are on grid and you have kind of unlimited power, freezing is a great option. If you have the space for it and you have the power for it. We are off grid though, so we just have one small chest freezer. So the space and the amount of freezing we can do is very limited. And I, for the most part, only freeze our greens, excess greens from the garden like chard, kale, spinach and things like that. And then I also will freeze some of our extra berries until I'm able to process them. So freezing is a great option for some people, but for us it's not our top option just because of our limitations being off grid. Another method we use, I like to call shelving. So that includes anything where you just put a whole food on the shelf. So potatoes, onions, winter squash, root crops that you can put in your root cellar and put on the shelf. So basically it's just taking the whole food and in whatever form is necessary, either dry storing or putting in the root cellar on the shelf. I call it shelving. It is by far the easiest method and I love it for that reason. It preserves most of the nutrients in the food because you're not heating or processing the food at all. So that's another great method that we do use a lot. Another method that I've used in the past, but not so much where we live now, is dehydrating. And dehydrating is great because it preserves most of the nutrients as well in the food. When you put so much time and work into growing your food, you want to get the most out of it. You want to get the most nutrition you can. So dehydrating is a great way to keep the nutrition in that food. However, also being off grid and being in a very humid climate, dehydrating is not our top method, although we do use it for some things. We dehydrate some of our herbs. I just put herbs into paper sacks and put it in our vehicle. That's the best we can do for now. Okay, so those are some of the methods that we use. I know a lot of you are probably saying, why didn't canning make your list? Well, in my opinion, canning is a lot of work. And for the most part, other than a few exceptions, it, I believe, destroys more nutrients than it preserves. So there are some exceptions, of course. Really the only canned items that we use are some fish items that we get from the store, because we don't produce our own fish here on the homestead, not at this point anyway. We use a little bit of canned tomato products, but not much, and I am totally cool with purchasing high quality canned tomato sauce from the store. And we also sometimes purchase salsa. When we're able to, we like to make our own salsa from the garden though. The one thing that I am willing to can is jam, because it's very expensive to get high quality sugar-free jam from the store. So that's something that I am willing to put in the work to can. We do have a little bit of excess of strawberries, black cap raspberries. Eventually we'll hopefully have excess blackberries and rhubarb. So I do like to make jam out of all of those. So I will can those. I've been experimenting with making those jams with no sugar, just using honey as a sweetener, and no pectin, using Granny Smith apples as a pectin substitute. So that's pretty much all I can is jams at this point. I'm definitely not an expert on this, but I think that berries, some of the antioxidants in berries actually are increased through the heating process of canning, but don't quote me on that. The top method for us is fermenting, and the biggest reason I would say is because not only does fermenting preserve the nutrition in your food, but it also enhances that nutrition. I'm not going to get into all the details about that today, and you'll find out why at the end of this video, but somebody laid an egg. So fermenting actually boosts the nutrition in your food, and it gives the added bonus of probiotics. So those of you who know nothing about fermenting, just plain and simple, it is an old traditional method of using salt, using brines to preserve your vegetables in such a way that lacto-fermented bacteria increase and keep that food healthy and fresh, and they also provide probiotics for your gut. The fermenting process is so simple. You set the jar on your counter or on your shelf, and those little good guys just work for you. It does require a little bit of cool storage once that initial fermentation process has taken off. So after a few days to a couple weeks, it does need to go into like a refrigerator or a root cellar. It's a little bit of an easier environment for most people to be able to find. A lot more space potential there than a freezer or even a refrigerator. We don't even have a refrigerator, we just have a tiny little cold box. If you have a root cellar, you can store your ferments there. If you don't have a whole lot of refrigerator space, you can just put your ferments in kind of back in like a cold corner of the house, or if you have a basement, crawl space, there's lots of different places that you can store your lacto-fermented products. So there's a whole lot more to that. So that leads me to the announcement of a giveaway. Big thank you to Art from the Art and Bree channel and his sister Anna, who have put together a fantastic online course called Fermenting Foundations. Not only have they created this amazing course that is doing fantastic, they already had their beta launch with great success. They have been kind enough to include some other channels in a second launch that is coming soon. So we get to be affiliates for this course that's going to be launching soon, but in the meantime, they are offering one of our viewers a free ticket basically into their course. So if you want to get in on their fermenting course, which is going to give you so much more information about fermenting and all of its benefits, all you have to do is leave a comment below this video, ferment, capital ferment, and that's all you have to do to be entered into that giveaway. We will choose at random one winner and be announcing that early next week at the beginning of open cart for the course, so that you all will know who the winner is. And if you are not the winner, you will have opportunity at that point to check out the course and purchase that if you so desire. And make sure you leave that comment by Saturday, October 31st. So again, if you want to get in on this giveaway for a chance to be a part of this fantastic online course that Art and his sister Anna have created, just leave a comment below, ferment, and we will enter you in that giveaway and announce it early next week on this channel. Alright guys, I'm gonna go inside where it's warmer, get going on some dishes for the day. Thanks for joining me as I just shared a little bit about food preservation. Please don't miss out on this opportunity, guys. And until next time, I pray blessings over you and yours. And whatever you do, do it with your whole heart. Dangerous. Look who's learned to climb the stairs. What are you doing? We're gonna have to put a gate up. She's learned to climb the whole stairway, huh? What are you doing? You're not supposed to be climbing. Hey, cutie.